61 of Jim Cowley.
Following it, the modified production feature. Street Sedan feature on our way. And Gavin Lawrenson, current Queensland champion, will lead them away. Outside of him, his good mate Tim Aiken. It'll be a big charge off the front row. Christian Walker back there on the inside of the second row, and with him is Frank Packer. Jim Cowley is on the inside of the third row with Joel Wilson. Lester Wilcox would be the next one, and in there with him is Keith Baxter. Neil Caldoulis. Trying to pick up the next car towards the back of the pack. I think you'll find Craig Franz is driving car 32, and in fact it is car 88. My production series, have a look at the fun and games at the front of the pack as they roll around, off and running. Gavin Lawrenson, Tim Aiken. Christian Walker's in there along with Frank Packer and Jim Cowley, and around the outside it's Tim Aiken who gets the better of the drive from Gavin Lawrence and Christian Walker in there. Frank Packer's got the Falcon motoring up in the outside. Jim Cowley is in there as well. Lester Wilcox. Then we go to Joel Wilson in front of Neil Caldoulis. The next one would be Keith Baxter, to the better of Nigel Mulvenna and Craig Franz. That's the way they head into the hairpin, and Tim Aiken has started to put a gap between himself and Gavin Lawrenson. Up the main straightaway, Christian Walker holds on to third. Jim Cowley doing battle with Frank Packer for positions 4 and 5. Lester Wilcox would be the next one, and then Neil Caldoulis. Tim Aiken, though, has really stolen a march on the rest of the field. In car number 15 through the hairpin and up the main straightaway he goes. Gavin Lawrenson has got his hands full with Christian Walker, and while that's happening, he's losing contact with Tim Aiken. A long way back then in position number 4 would be Frank Packer, to the better of Jim Cowley and Lester Wilcox. Position 2 and 3 is where the action is. Gavin Lawrenson and Christian Walker doing battle, and while they are concentrating on the minor placings, skipping right away out in front is Tim Aiken. Christian Walker, here he comes underneath. Gavin Lawrenson fights back on the outside and is able to hold him at bay into the hairpin. Up the main straightaway, the battle for 4th and 5th is raging behind them too, between Jim Cowley and Frank Packer. Then we got Lester Wilcox in front of Neil Caldoulis, Keith Baxter and Joel Wilson. Through the hairpin, Tim Aiken has opened up a commanding lead in the Street Sedan feature from Gavin Lawrenson. Christian Walker, Jim Cowley's won the battle for position 4 at the moment and has relegated Frank Packer back to 5. Lester Wilcox has now got Neil Caldoulis and Keith Baxter to worry about. Next one through would have been Nigel Mulvenna. And at the back it's Craig Franz. Then we're back to our race leader, Tim Aiken. Still there for position 2 and 3. Gavin Lawrenson and Christian Walker. Christian Walker has a look on the outside in the hairpin, then slides back down on the inside and is in trouble and has gone straight to the infield. Hard luck for him will allow Jim Cowley to inherit third place in front of Frank Packer now. Lester Wilcox, Neil Caldoulis and back to Keith Baxter. Our race leader heading up the main straightaway is Tim Aiken, about to come up on Craig Franz and try to put a lap on him. Nigel Mulvenna will be the next one in front of them. Long way back then to Gavin Lawrence, and Jim Cowley seems to be able to hold Frank Packer at bay. And then we've got Lester Wilcox, Neil Caldoulis, Keith Baxter. Back then to Joel Wilson, Nigel Mulvenna. They've put a lap on Craig Franz. That's Tim Aiken. So he has got the best part of 100 metres now on Gavin Lawrenson, who's got an equal sort of distance back to Jim Cowley, who has still got his hands full with Frank Packer, who is right there, will not go away. Lester Wilcox is not too far away either as those cars come through the hairpin and head up the main straightaway. Right back into the hairpin is our race leader, so he's got the best part of half a lap over the third place contenders, and that's Jim Cowley still doing battle with Frank Packer. Those two out the third and final major placings in the event. Tim Aitken, a comfortable leader. Down the back straightaway he goes as Gavin Lawrenson moves up underneath Craig France, puts a lap on him. Back then to Jim Cowley, who drifts a little wide. Here comes Frank Packer, he hasn't had enough yet. Lester Wilcox and Neil Caldoulis. So the third placing is not home and hosed yet. Tim Aitken has run away with this one. He's right up now on the tail of Joel Wilson, moves to the inside of the Joel Wilson car, looking to put a lap on him. Back to Gavin Lawrenson. Tim Aitken down on the inside of Joel Wilson, moves him out of the road and puts a lap on him, trying to keep as much distance between himself and pursuing Gavin Lawrenson. Frank Packer working away on the inside of Jim Cowley, unable to do anything about it that time. Jim Cowley keeps leaving a little bit of a gap for him. Packer right on his hammer as they come through the hairpin and up the main straightaway. Our race leader is about to head up the main straightaway as well. That's Tim Aitken. Gavin Lawrenson about to put a lap on Joel Wilson. They're moving underneath Craig France. That's the third, fourth and fifth car as Frank Packer gets into the back of holds onto it. Packer pulls out of the encounter. So good driving from both cars allows Lester Wilcox to get up on terms as well, and Neil Caldoulis is not far away. Into the hairpin again. They're coming Nigel Malvena as the race leader is not all that far away. Tim Aitken has got 2 laps to go. Gavin Lawrenson comes up 2 laps for him as well. Into the hairpin for Jim Cowley now to put a lap on Nigel Malvena as he goes underneath the control tower. Frank Packer will be the next one. Lester Wilcox and Neil Caldoulis. There's the white flag for our race leader. And that's Tim Aitken, who has got the best part of half a lap on Gavin Lawrenson at this stage. Jim Cowley would be the next one with a bit of a gap back now. Flag is taken, but here he is. Tim Aitken, he's bolted in the street sedan final. Second in the event, just heading up the main straightaway right now. Gavin Lawrenson to take it out. Jim Cowley moves underneath Joel Wilson into the hairpin for the last time, and he will come home in position number 3 to the better of Frank Packer, Lester Wilcox, Neil Caldoulis. Tim Aitken, too good. The light went green and he just disappeared. Tim Aitken from Gavin Lawrenson and Jim Cowley.